Hello, everyone. Today's article is titled Protesters Throw Desserts at UK Crown Jewels. It reports on a protest at the Tower of London, where activists smeared apple crumble and custard onto the glass case protecting the imperial state crown. Although the crown itself was unharmed, the incident sparked debate over symbolic protest, public disruption, and the limits of acceptable activism. Let's pause for a moment before we move into the article. We'll watch a short clip related to today's topic. As you watch, think about what ideas or questions it brings to mind.
Democracy has crumbled. Run us and take back power from there.
Britain is broken, so we've come here to the jewels of the nation to take back power. Join us at takebackpower.net.
Now that we've seen the clip, let's take a step back. Before we dig into the details, it helps to explore a broader idea behind the story. This will guide how we understand what follows. This article highlights how protests often focus on symbols rather than policies. The crown represents continuity, wealth, and inherited power, qualities the activists wanted to challenge. By targeting the display case, the protest avoided physical damage while still disrupting a space tied to national identity. With that idea in mind, let's turn to a question. Do symbolic protests gain power by avoiding damage, or do they lose credibility by disrupting public spaces? Symbolic protests operate in a narrow space between attention and alienation. By using desserts instead of destructive tools, the activists framed their action as non-violent and theatrical. However, the immediate impact was not policy debate but restricted access and confused visitors. The article suggests that while symbolism can amplify a message, it also risks shifting focus from inequality to inconvenience. In this case, the effectiveness of the protest depends less on intent and more on how the public interprets the disruption. Now, to understand this article better, we need to familiarize ourselves with key vocabulary. We'll go over 3 important expressions, learn their meanings, and see them in action with example sentences. Let's start with smear. It means to spread a thick or sticky substance over a surface. In the article, protesters smeared dessert onto the glass case. Here is an example. She accidentally smeared paint across the table. Next, we have claim responsibility. It means to publicly admit carrying out an action. In the article, the group claimed responsibility for the dessert protest on social media. Here is an example. The organization claimed responsibility for the campaign shortly after it ended. Finally, let's look at disruption. It refers to an action that interrupts normal activity or operation. In the article, the protest caused a major disruption at the Tower of London. Here is an example. The strike led to widespread disruption in public transport. Now that we've explored the main themes and vocabulary, let's reinforce our understanding with a summary dictation exercise. Listen carefully and fill in the blanks. Protesters caused a disruption at the Tower of London after throwing desserts at the glass case protecting the UK's crown jewels. The crown itself was not damaged, but the incident led to arrests and forced parts of the site to close temporarily. The group behind the stunt said it was meant to draw attention to economic inequality and wealth concentration. Reactions were mixed, with some seeing the act as creative protest and others viewing it as disrespectful and counterproductive. Let's check the answers and review what each word means. The first answer is temporarily. It means for a short period of time, not permanently. The second answer is economic. It refers to matters related to money, wealth, and the economy. The third answer is concentration. It means the gathering or accumulation of something in one place or among a small group. The fourth answer is disrespectful. It means showing a lack of respect or consideration for people, symbols, or rules. The fifth answer is counterproductive. It refers to actions that have the opposite effect of what was intended. Well done, everyone. Today we examined how symbolism and disruption interact in modern protest. This story shows that attention can come at the cost of public trust. So here's a question to reflect on. Do you think targeting famous cultural objects without damaging them is acceptable, or does it go too far? We'll continue this discussion in our review session.